All right, Damian. How are you feeling with the Gamblers so far? How are you and your teammates getting along with each other?
I mean, me and my teammates are like already pretty close. I mean, me and Ish. We've just been talking for like ever since like last season started. Tret, like I haven't really talked to him that much, but I still like what he seems like a
Trent's a good
pretty
player.
chill guy. Hope, yeah, Tret's really good player. I've seen some of his videos and like obviously doing stats, and he's been really good in those videos. Pope as a GM, I mean like we've just been talking. We have a really like chill relationship. Like me and him talk music, talk baseball. We obviously have a good connection, so I feel like this group of guys is really fun.
Yeah, speaking of the group of guys being fun, Ish was saying that you guys had like a really high morale, and everybody was like really happy to be working with each other. Is that what's going on behind the scenes?
Oh yeah, I mean like it's really fun. Like Vegas is a fun city, even though like obviously we aren't in the city of Vegas since this is a virtual reality team, but it's still fun. Like to like say we're the Vegas team, and with like obviously we're here to have fun and not take things seriously, and that mixed with all the other factors just makes everything great. Just makes everything great.
Okay, okay. Now, you guys might be having fun, but there's been a rivalry between you and the Pirates, and I feel like that's definitely the
Yes.
big key factor of the season. Besides, the obvious MVP hunting and everything else.
Yeah.
Now, your rivals, if I'm allowed to call them that, your rivals, the Pirates, Landon, the GM, has secured the number one overall pick for the upcoming draft. What are you guys gonna do?
I mean, obviously, there's nothing we can do about Landon having the first overall pick. I do think that we have secured a good like we are third in the draft, I believe, if I'm correct. So, and the top three as of now are Toasted, Geraldo, and Breezy. So we're guaranteed at least one of those three, and you can't go wrong with any of them. Obviously, would love any of them on the team. I'm tight with Geraldo. I'm tight with Breezy. I
It,
haven't really
they're
talked to Toasted much,
they're
but
all
I would
they're all good.
love
They're all a
that.
good bunch. They're all a good
They're all
bunch.
really good. They're all really good. So I feel overall the Pirates are a solid team, but if we add another MVP, which we're gonna get in this draft, that kind of just seals the deal.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Who do you think the Pirates will choose?
Streets are saying that they're choosing Geraldo.
That would probably make sense. I think personally, don't get me wrong, I love Toasted so I think he's a great player.
Toasted's great.
Toasted's great, Gerardo's great, they're all great. I think everybody that was in the MVP race last season's great. And don't get me wrong, I think Toasted is a great player, but in terms of just overall, I think Gerardo is just way more consistent.
Yeah.
I think Toasted's pitching needs work. Besides that, I think Gerardo just is the complete package. So yeah,
Yeah.
I do think that he's probably
What I
gonna go
feel.
first.
Yeah, that's what I feel. That's what I think gives Geraldo that little edge over Toasted. Like Toasted's hitting is nutty. It is absolutely nutty. That's why he won the Silver Slugger last year. But not Toasted. Geraldo's pitching is just leagues better than Toasted. I feel.
Okay.
That's why he won the Cy Young and had like a 180 ERA plus this year or
Yeah,
last year.
dude was good. Dude was good.
Yep.
Um, enough about the Pirates by themselves. What's your overall expectation for your division this season? Do you guys think you'll?
Uh,
Who do you think will finish dead last?
okay, that's pretty much an easy question. No disrespect, it's the Reapers, but
Yeah. Yeah. Who do you think's gonna end up on top?
I mean, I always say I have to say the game. I have to say the Gamblers. I
Okay.
mean, and it's not even me being biased. Like, look if you look at this team, this is like,
Yeah.
it's insanely good.
It'll be close though. It just depends. It really depends on who gets who. Because
Yeah,
I feel like I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything until after the draft because I think I should save my opinion. But
yeah. A bunch of things can change in a heartbeat
yeah, for
with the
sure.
draft. It's very unpredictable. It's very unpredictable. But as of now, I feel like the Gamblers have a big edge.
Okay.
Things can change.
I
Anything
I
can
I
change.
agree. I agree. Um, This might be an easy one for you. What is, in your opinion, the most overrated team in the league and why?
I mean, we're just talking about them all day, pretty much. The Pirates. No disrespect to them.
So you don't think
As a
anyone else is as overrated? Do you think anyone else in the league is overrated besides the Pirates?
No, not really. I mean,
So just
okay,
the
let's go
Pirates.
over. Let's really go over. I mean, the Parrots, they're probably rated. They're pretty much gonna be bottom feeders. Same with the Vipers. The Rage have a really really scary team. If anything, I think they're underrated.
Yeah, because they
I
just
think the
secured
Rage are
themselves the number
criminally
2
underrated.
pick.
Exactly.
So
They are criminally.
they're gonna
and plus,
get.
they have Dark, Drew, Little Hollow.
They don't have
That's
Drew
already
anymore.
They don't have Drew anymore.
They traded Drew for the
Oh, they
number 2
traded
pick.
Drew. My bad. My bad.
So-
yeah, they did. They did trade Drew.
In my opinion, I think here's what the draft order is going to go like. I think personally, they're going to go Geraldo first. Landon's going to get Geraldo. I think the Rage is going to get Breezy, and I think you guys are going to get the Rage. Or not Rage, sorry. Toasted, my bad.
Hey, I am not complaining with that.
It's not even bad at all.
I
But
am not complaining with that.
it's just a lot of MVP talent in
Yeah.
that division. It's
Like,
crazy.
Yeah, between the Rage and the Gamblers, it's just a bunch of just stacked. It's just so stacked. And the Rage having Harms, he's a solid player. He's
Yeah.
really solid.
I actually didn't want to trade Harms at first. I was actually planning to stick it out for this season, but I decided that I think it would be in my best interest and the league's best interest if I just gave everybody else a good shot, give some players away. I got a lot of picks for next season. Really excited for next season.
You have five picks in the first round of the season. So yeah, I think you're in good hands.
I hope so. I hope so. We'll see how it comes in the continuation next season.
We'll see.
Back to the interview. How do you think you'll do this season? Do you think you'll win the MVP award, or do you think you'll at least win the Cy Young award?
What I'm feeling, I mean, disregarding any possible injuries that happen from playing a VR Kids game, I feel like I'm gonna be absolutely insane this year. I've been hitting insanely good, even with my arm in pure pain. Imagine if as soon as my arm starts actually not being in pain every second of the day, and I actually am comfortable with it. I'm already scoring 20, 30 runs a game already with a painful arm. So it's just gonna be insane how I can do with a healthy arm. Plus, my pitching has been really good compared to last year.
Compared to the last time we played?
Yeah, compared to last season.
You got the Gangnam style pitch in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, the final 2 weeks after I got traded to the Pirates, I kind of collapsed pitching wise. I mean, giving up 20 runs to Crew, that'll do it, and giving up 28 runs to Ish, that will 100% do it. My pitching, I went from having a 140, 150 ERA plus to having an 80, and I'm a bit disappointed in that. That is what caused me to not be an MVP contender. Honestly, I feel like if I didn't fully collapse, and in week 4 to be honest, I don't even know what happened. I don't know if I pulled it. I don't know if it cramped. I don't know what happened. But my arm got injured before playing Ish.
Maybe you strained it.
Week 4. Maybe. Could have. And that prevented me from doing as good as I wanted to do. So maybe I feel like if that didn't happen, I could have won MVP. But oh well, it is what it is. I'm just gonna go at it
Comeback season.
this year. Cy Young, hopefully, we'll see.
Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, with your pitching improving, I think besides Geraldo, I think maybe you would probably be the contender for getting the Cy Young this season. So let's hope we can pull something together, man.
We'll see.
Speaking of MVPs, who do you think the clear frontrunners are this season? Before the season starts, of course.
Yeah, can I go by division? Or
you got to remember that Geraldo, Breezy, and Toasted haven't been drafted yet, but yes,
yeah,
you can.
I'm only gonna consider the ones on it.
Yeah. Okay, go for it.
now.
Let's assume that Geraldo and Toasted are in the same league as Landon, and let's assume Breezy goes back to the Rage.
Okay.
Because I think personally that is what's going to happen.
All right. That's a fair guess. I feel like if Breezy gets drafted by the Rage, it's going to be a battle between Darkseid and Breezy for MVP. That team is just nutty. No one else is a clear favorite for at least in my opinion, in that division or that league. Like the Rage are the clear favorite to the national. There's no one who's close.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I don't know, cause
I mean,
I will be honest.
the Gold Knights have a solid.
The Gold Eyes, I will admit, I did kind of fleece Loger a little bit, and I honestly didn't know how bad the injury was. I will be completely honest. I thought it was a lot. I didn't think it was as bad. Hopefully, Panda can come back some point during the season.
Yeah.
I think Baseball Star is a
Baseball
very
Star is
underrated
really
player.
Baseball Star is insanely underrated.
I think he's a great player. He's got a great attitude. I think that team, and they got Kane. They got Kane Sauce.
They have Kane.
I think that
Kane's
team.
very, very underrated player.
I think that team can do good stuff. I think if because
they're gonna get second place.
Darkseid, I will admit, Darkseid has told me he's been having some arm problems, and he's told me that he's been in a quote unquote slump, and I don't know what a slump for him looks like. Probably like 40 home runs instead of 50, something like that. But I think personally, depending on the rookies that the Winnipeg Gold Eyes can get, I think personally, it's gonna be a Gold Eyes versus the Rage. Now the Rebels do have Drew, and Drew finished third place in MVP voting last year.
Well,
now
in the American League.
So is the Rage, and the Gold Eyes. Right?
The Rage are in the National League.
No, they're not. Are they?
They are.
I don't believe you. Hold on, let me check.
I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, the Rebels are in the American League. Oh, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my bad. No, that's my bad. It's my bad. Nah, but yeah, I think it's gonna be the Gold Eyes versus the Rage.
It's the Rage. It's the Rage's division to lose here, but the Golden Knights have a really, really solid team, and I think people are probably sleeping on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of this season compared to last season, I think last season's teams were more balanced. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with having powerhouse teams, unless there's like all MVP players. But we'll talk about that here. We'll talk about that here in a bit. I think this season's gonna be interesting. I think there's hopefully gonna be some rookies that show up, show that they're really good. Like Ritos. Ritos and Harms are the two rookies that I'm looking at this season to perform. Because they've been talking a lot. I think they will do good this season. I think that's definitely what's gonna happen.
Yeah. All right, now let's get to the fun division, the American League.
The American League is stacked.
This division is just so insanely stacked.
Okay, who do you, besides yourself, who do you think? Besides your team, what player do you think is the best? And exclude people that haven't been drafted yet.
Okay, that makes it easier to answer. It's gonna be between Crew. It's gonna be between Crew and Drew. Crew and Drew. I would throw Peach in there. Peach is insanely good.
I actually have not seen. I have not seen any gameplay of Peach, so I was told he went.
If it weren't for me, he would have. If it weren't for me, he would have won playoff MVP.
I was told he went undefeated. In the playoffs, but I also told he only lost one game last season.
Yes.
That's pretty impressive.
It's really, really impressive. And what I've seen from him, especially when I was on the Pirates during that World Series run, was insane.
I am hoping for an MVP season from Crew this season. I think Crew was the biggest shock factor of the Mustangs last season.
Yeah,
I-
Crew is just insanely good and insanely underrated. He doesn't get talked about enough. And I mean that Mustangs team, to be fair, was very. I
Oh, it
feel
was
like it was
crazy.
very underrated. I feel
It
it
was
was very
crazy. Had
underrated.
Geraldo, Crew, Miggy, who isn't even that bad. I mean, that
Yeah, he
team.
isn't even.
There's a reason why that team made it to the playoffs easily and got first place last season.
Yeah, yeah. That team is insanely good, and I don't think they get enough credit for that. And I think this team is solid. I don't think it's as good because simply they're losing Geraldo. And
That's a
huge
that's a
hurt to that team.
huge hit.
That's a huge hit to that team. Reapers, they have literally.
We have nobody.
Yeah, JC is as solid as he's a solid player.
Honestly, yeah, JC is
He's a
actually
solid
really
player.
good.
He has impressed me a lot.
Dude.
The main thing with him is pitching. Is if he can consistently pitch, because he has the power. He has he has everything hitting wise. It's just like, can he pitch well in games to withstand wins and get and I don't know how to word this, but just to win games.
Yeah.
Essentially, can he pitch good enough to win games? Because he has the bat, but he can give up. He gives up a bunch of home runs, like all of us do. But
Everybody does.
Yeah, but him, it seems like it's way more.
Yeah.
I feel. I mean, you said no one on my team, but the only person I see as of now that can compete with me for MVP
Ish.
who is on a team is Ish.
For
And
now, because
for now, that's probably gonna change.
like I said, my prediction is that Geraldo and Toasted are both going to be put into the American League.
Yeah, this division is gonna be so stacked.
It's going to be crazy this year.
It's gonna be a crazy MVP.
And that's excluding any possible future trades. Because I feel like, because Landon was talking about this, and I'm not sure if it is going to happen. I would not be surprised if it didn't. But he did talk about how he was going to draft Toasted and how he was going to flip him. Now, I could 100% see this. I could 100% see this.
I could see that.
I could 100% see, what's his face? I could 100% see something happening, because a lot of people don't have their Season 3 first-round picks anymore. I wonder who took them. I think if Landon doesn't feel confident in next season, I feel like he's going to drop him completely. I think he's going to... It's going to happen to one... I think... No offense to your team, because I think you guys have a crazy good team. My prediction this season is you guys are both going to compete. And I feel like if one of you guys somehow falls behind, way too much, I'm talking maybe a series or two, which is unlikely, of course.
Yeah.
If that does happen, I think you guys are going to get flipped for picks. Respectfully.
Hey.
It's just business.
As long as it keeps it interesting, I'm here for it. I mean, I was one of the players involved in the first trade of the league's history. Of course, it being me for Ish. To be honest, I still don't understand that trade. I still don't understand it, even after me and the Pirates. Pirates won the World Series.
It's crazy because at
it.
first it looked like what's it called? At first it looked like Josh won the trade.
It did.
But then, I mean, I think you turned it around definitely in the postseason, and you definitely picked it up. You definitely won that. I wouldn't say you carried, but I wouldn't say you had an equal part. I think all of you, I think Peach and you did a really good job making sure that you guys won.
Canes was really good. Hollow was insanely good in that playoff.
Hollow's a very underrated player.
Hollow is very underrated.
I think
He's been here since day one.
I don't play that much anymore. I haven't played in 3 weeks. I will say this: out of all the people I have played multiple times, I think Lil Hollow is the most consistent player I've ever played.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yep.
Not even close. Easy.
Yeah.
So easy. I think the second most consistent player I've ever played is Geraldo. That tells you something. If Lil Hollow plays more consistently than an MVP caliber player, that tells you what you're getting. I think definitely that's the case.
Especially, I really like that. I really like the Rage signing Hollow, because we all know that Dark and Hollow have a really good connection. So that 1-2 fits really well for the Rage. So it's gonna be really interesting
Yeah.
season when the season starts to see how that works with that dynamic.
I definitely agree. We got one more question, and then I think we're gonna end it here. Okay, this has nothing to do with the league, so don't worry about any more controversial questions. What do you think the Totally Baseball devs need to add, change, or remove to their game to make it better?
Obviously, they need to rework the hitting
I think
or the pitching.
they need,
Or both.
in my opinion, I've already talked to Groucho. Shout out Groucho, by the way. He's a cool dude. I think they need to have a difficulty where you can make the bat smaller, and I think they need to add more pitches.
Yes.
If they do that, offense will be fixed. Not 100%, but it will be
Not
fixed to a degree.
It's gonna be manageable other than home run
Yeah.
every at bat. I will be honest. I am a main victim of the home run at every single at bat.
That's like one of the main reasons I don't play anymore. It's just like,
yeah, I mean, if I'm correct, I have a BABIP, which for people who don't know, it's batting average on balls in play. It basically says like if you get a ball in play, the percentage of that if it's gonna be a hit. I have like a 100 BABIP, which is not
it's
good.
ridiculous.
That says I hit a lot of home runs.
It's ridiculous.
And all of my hits are home runs, pretty much.
All right. Do you have anything else to say?
No.
All right. That'll be it. This was more of a podcast, anything, than an interview. But thank you guys so much for listening. I'm your host, AJ, aka the owner of the TBPL. This is Damian. Arguably the star. I'm not gonna say is the star, because that's between you and us. You guys could figure that out. Arguably the star of the Gamblers. We're about done here. And my last words to the audience is fuck you, Xylo, dumbass bitch.